Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is, you must be free. Well, I've cut two good email success stories I'm going to go through with you today from two different guys. One of them originally found my work back in 2014 when he was trying to save his failing marriage. And the other one is from a guy who's been following me for, I guess, the better part of the past year or so. And both these guys share how my work has helped them to get to the point where they feel free. They feel like they have choice. And when you feel like you have choice, you have abundance in your life, whether it's if you don't like your job, getting another job, or maybe your job was fun for a couple of years, but now you kind of hit the glass ceiling and you feel like there's really no opportunity for growth and you can go somewhere else and change it. If you're not happy in your relationship, you feel confident and comfortable enough that you can find somebody who's better suited for you. It's basically all about living your life and being who you are without somebody else telling you the way you need to be, or worse, feeling like you're fucking trapped. Because there's nothing worse in life than feeling like you have no options and you're trapped and this is just going to be your lot in life. I know what that feels like. And that is what led me to seek answers in spirituality and self-help and just studying other successful people, and eventually led me to becoming a full-time life coach. So I have a quote that I wrote on this topic, and then we're going to jump right in and go through these guys' emails and see what they're doing right that's made their lives so much better. So hopefully it inspires you to do the same thing. So the quote says, having the feeling of freedom in your heart enables you to move towards the things you want and the lifestyle you want to create with minimal internal resistance, instead of being too scared to take action like most people are. Freedom comes from knowing your worth and knowing how to go after and get what you want in life. When your choices and options are abundant, you will feel content, peaceful, and relaxed. When you feel like your choices and options are limited and scarce, you will feel fearful, anxious, and uneasy. Confidence comes from repeatedly practicing skills and techniques. The novice only becomes the master and the expert through time and repetition. So let's go through the first guy's email. He says, hey, Corey Wayne, I just wanted to tell you that you have made a difference in my life. Thank you so much for all you put out there, my man. You're welcome. It is my purpose. We're all here to do what we're all here to do, as the Oracle in the Matrix said. The movie The Matrix, that is. I really can't thank you enough for your book and all the awesome videos. I stumbled upon your videos in desperation to try and win my wife back in July of 2014. I was really sad and hopeless, and I was out of my element as an alpha male. Before my wife had left, I appeared to have it all. A beautiful wife, two amazing daughters, and the career of my dreams. Sounds good on paper. The job I had wanted as a teenager was mine, teacher and a head wrestling coach of my high school. So from the outside, it looked like I had it all, but in the process of chasing my goals, I didn't take care of my business as a husband and a father. I had been so busy, stuck on the treadmill of life, and not realizing I needed to continue to do the things that won my wife by continuing to date her. Well, when I talk to guys that had been married for a lot of years, they've been in a relationship for a lot of years, I'd say 99% of them, they're already in therapy and marriage counseling. And it's helpful, but it's not solving the problem. And when I talk to these guys, 99.9% of them, they do the same thing. They stop dating and courting their wife because, like, hey, we got a 30-year mortgage. She ain't going anywhere. Stumbling on your work has been a blessing in my life. I read your book 7 times, and I continue to read it. I know I need to read it 15 to 20 times. You got to step up your game, homie. I have watched hundreds of your videos and continue to go back just to stay present. I think your book and videos have been my Bible for dating and relationships, and have been since my wife left. I am in a great place in my life, and you are one of the people to thank. It was hard getting back in the dating game after being in a relationship for so long, but your work was my guidance. Long story short, I went out, dated a bunch, really figured out what I wanted, and upon fate and chance, a beautiful, much younger woman popped into my life. I'm shocked! I'm shocked, I tell you! Today I sit here typing to you with a supreme confidence and hunger for continued happiness. Thank you. You're welcome, dude. Thank you for being awesome, because now your daughters get to see a man taking care of his business so they know what to look for when they grow up. I believe I deserve the best. My girlfriend is 23, 11 years younger than I, and more beautiful, intelligent, giving, and compassionate than I ever thought I would have. It is so fucking freeing. I remember being in my 20s and being frustrated and just feeling like, man, every fucking really great girl that I dated always slipped through my fingers. And I felt like, I guess that's just my lot in life. I started to think that way. I started to act that way. I went and got married to a really great girl, but something was always missing. And I did what everybody told me I should do. And after a year, I realized I'm still not fucking happy. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to my wife. I have to figure out what the fuck I've been doing wrong. Your advice, I took your advice and I wrote down all the qualities that I wanted and deserved in a mate, and it's as if this person was put in my life. Wow. Well, you get what you focus on in life. When you get your brain focused on what you want, the kind of person you want, the kind of relationship you want to create, the universe will conspire with you to bring them into your life. And as long as you're prepared for that when they arrive, it'll be easy and effortless. In conclusion, thank you. It is your work that was there for me during my darkest times. It's also what motivated me to look at myself, make lasting change, and ultimately is what attracted the woman of my dreams into my life. Thank you for that. I am a living testament to your work. My friends now ask me for advice on dating. That's what I think is so awesome about this, because not everybody can afford to talk to me, and I can't help every single fucking person that wants my help. The idea, as I say many times in many videos, the true measure of a leader is not how many followers they have, but how many leaders they create. And that's what you are. Now you're a leader in your community, wherever you happen to live, on this beautiful little blue marble that's hurtling through the galaxy at thousands of miles an hour. They're able to come to you, and you're able to help them. And I don't need to be there for that. That's cool. And I give them your website and links to all my friends and tell them if they really want lasting change and a better relationship, this is what they need. Well, those who are open to it and ready for it will embrace it, and they'll do it, and they'll get the same results. And plus, these guys have you in their life that they can go to, because you are the living embodiment that somebody can learn something from a guy like me on the internet through videos and a book and articles on his website and get the same results no matter where you are on the planet. That is fucking awesome. You are the man. I appreciate you. Well, thanks for the great success story, and thanks for being an awesome leader in your community and helping all the men and women that you know to learn this stuff. So people don't have to go through what you or I went through. It can be a thing of the past. Let's go through the second guy's email. He says, "Hey, Corey, I hope you're doing well. Fucking awesome. Thanks for asking. I just wanted to express thanks for the expertise you've cataloged. I've been following your work for a couple of years now and have made tremendous headway in numerous aspects of my life since incorporating your knowledge. I was in a very low spot when I found your material. I was in a house I couldn't afford because the girlfriend of many years I was living with had just left me, and I was struggling to get by. It's 2 years later now, and I own a sizable chunk of a nicer home with lower expenses and a great roommate." Awesome. The idea is to upgrade. I'm all about upgrading you and your life and your lifestyle and the people in it and the circumstances in it. That's what I judge my success by. My success is judged by the results. That's why you can go and you can look at Amazon or Audible.com or the iBook store or iTunes and see nothing but great fucking reviews, people sharing how my work and implementing it has changed their life. I ended up getting involved with my ex again for a while, primarily because she reached out for help to get moved away from a heavily abusive marriage. She's away and safe, luckily. We fooled around some, but it never went very far again. Gladly, I realized that despite how close we had been at times and how many positive ways she influenced my life, she had made way too many significant missteps with me for there to be any hope of rekindling anything healthy. And the only way you can get to a place like that in your life where you're okay with letting somebody go and not getting back into the trap of going back together with an ex that really didn't work out the first time is because you know you have choice. You know you can do better. You know it's simply a matter of time. And so you don't feel trapped in your relationships or your personal life. You don't feel trapped in a shitty job or a career. You don't feel trapped if you have a shitty peer group. You know that it's just a matter of time before you can meet other people and create new friendships. After we parted ways again, I met another woman and had a brief but loving relationship for 3 months until I noticed warning signs of many of the security and trust issues that my ex also had. Isn't that amazing? That's how the universe works. The universe brought you another woman that had the same flaws, maybe in a little bit different combination, to see if you really were getting it. And you got it, so you transcended it instead of staying in it, which you probably would have done if you were in a scarcity mindset and feeling like you can't get anybody else and this is as good as it's going to get. Instead, you said, you know what, as awesome as this is, it's time for me to move on. Luckily, your work made me remain objective enough to put the incompatibilities we had into the proper perspective, and I was centered enough to have the courage to end something that was great, but not all that what I needed in someone to potentially share a long period of time living with. It hurt like hell to do, but it was the right move by both of us in the long run. So I'm back to being happily single, and it's been a month since the breakup now. And I have just met a few gorgeous women online who actually took the initiative to message me first. Choices. 1 is no choice, 2 is the dilemma, 3 is a choice. I'm pretty happy with my options right now and with how much how much more effortless it is compared to my past. Well, when you're in a peaceful and relaxed state and you have choice like this, your choices will tend to bring you more peace and more relaxation versus stress, which is where most people are that don't know about these things. I've also recently had multiple needed, unexpected, and relatively lucrative flexible part-time positions fall into my lap. That's what happens when you have that alpha vibe that you put out there into the universe. Abundance comes to you in many forms, not just your personal life. I'm also in nearly the best shape I've ever been in and unquestionably more emotionally centered than I've ever been. I can't thank you enough for your work. It has been crucial to me in creating and maintaining a newfound sense of focus, center, and patient ambition. I'll be sending a donation your way in the near future. Donations are always appreciated. And for those of you that don't know, my audiobook is out, and you can get it on iTunes, and you can also get it on Audible or at Amazon.com. If you'd like to get my help personally, go to my website, click the Products tab at the top of your screen on any page of my website, and follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.